Well, the R-Series loaders is a brand new design from the ground up. We told our engineers to design the best loader for our customers, and they did just that. So we did away with any preconceptions and paradigms and just designed the best loaders we could. And I'll tell you a little bit about that, some of the benefits and features. We'll start off front. Looking at the very top, you'll see LED lights. These are optional LED lights. We have LED lights that are standard, but these are optional because these are the premium lights where they light up the corners here. The workday's gotten longer. People like to work from dusk to dawn. So we've extended the workday by shining up those or lighting up those corners as well. The door is more ergonomically friendly. No button to push up here. All I do is pull on that and the door opens up. Let me tell you a little bit about the inside and some of the features while I got the door open. This is a different cab than what we used to. I'll tell you more about this optional clear side cab in a minute. But if we look inside the cab, there's you still have a suspension seat. You got selectable joystick controls. It is a one-piece cab, which means when I tilt this cab, everything comes up with it, even the floor. So it's better sealed and more sound suppression in here. You also got the display panels, either a 5-inch or a 7-inch. The optional 7-inch panel is a touch display, which has a lot of features, including Bluetooth, integrated radio, and hands-free calling. You also have a lot of features that extend your fault codes, where it gives you a description of the fault code as well. On the other side, on the left post, you've got an options panel, and the options panel contains all the activation buttons for some of the features, like dual direction bucket positioning, automatic ride control, reversing fan, and well, I think those are it. While you're inside, I'll tell you a little bit about this clear side cab. This is something new for us. It's an optional cab. It has polycarbonate panels, 4,000 PSI. And meant to withstand the same amount of force and impact that the side screens do. But we got minimum side screens, only one quarter back there where the window opens. And the window opens to the back now so somebody can talk to the operator straight at the operator ear. Because this catches a lot of attention. This is cast steel. This segment of the lift arm is cast steel. It's got a little different finish than fabricated steel. But cast steel is 20% stronger than fabricated steel. So now I can slim these up. And because it's cast, I don't have to weld any pieces of fabricated steel in here that might block the visibility from the operator's eyes to the corners of the buckets. The cast steel has, we also got cast steel in the Bobcat. So the Bobcat is just 3 pieces instead of 31 pieces welded together. So we have much better alignment between the lift arm and the Bobcat. So better squareness, a lot more strength in that critical connection between the Bobcat and the lift arm. On the tilt cylinders here, or the bucket cylinders, we've rearranged the plumbing so it's in the back now. It's no longer on the sides, in the back, better protected. We did change the way to tilt the cab, in that the mounting bolts are on the outside now, not on the inside. Makes it a lot easier to take these off, one on each side. And now I can use these handy dandy grips back here to tilt the cab. Now one person can do this because it does have an assist cylinder underneath. Again, the whole cab comes up and it gives you a lot of space to work on this unit. Let me show you what I'm talking about as we walk over here to the side. We no longer have a stabilizer bar in here. See how much space I have between the bottom of the lift arm and the top of the traction, or where the undercarriage starts, because there's lower chassis right here. So imagine tilting this cab, how much space I have to get in there and do work on some of the powertrain components. with the R series, excuse me, we're replacing the roller suspension with the 5-link torsion suspension. Okay? The 5-link torsion suspension has this 5th link that pivots here, so it minimizes any of the teeter-tottering when you're digging or doing some heavy lifting, and you might sink to the front and some of the other torsion machines out there. So moving back to the rear here, everything's tucked in the back, the link is tucked in the back, so when you look in here, there is no ingression into the engine compartment. Everything is nicely sealed back there because we changed the cooling direction, which I'll talk about that when we come to the rear, okay? Which we'll do so right now. Now, I'm going to open this up, but it doesn't matter. Okay? This is the new tailgate design. It is a louvered tailgate, and we did that because we wanted to cool both sides of the engine. So we want to really focus on our cooling performance. So the engine is no longer transverse, it is now in line. And as I open this door, I want to point something out because you have louvers on this side and you have a protective screen on this side, which gives you more screening and filtering to debris coming in the back. Like I said, the engine is in line now. So I draw air from the back. I cool both sides of the engine. I'm using this radiator fan that's twice as big as what we have today in the M series. And we have much bigger radiators and coolers up there. Again, the cooling performance is important because people work longer days and the hydraulic attachments today are more demanding as well. This is the V2 Bobcat engine. Has some benefits like automatic valve adjustments. It's also got a new camshaft design for a more efficient fuel combustion. The fuel tank is more vertical. There is a fuel cup on the inside now where your fuel return line from the unused fuel, which is warm, goes into that fuel cup, and your inlet suction tube is almost right next to it, so you're keeping that fuel cup full, and it's warm fuel, so minimizes fuel gelling and it helps with cold start. And because we keep that fuel cup full, we'll use every drop of that fuel tank before it goes empty. And should it go empty, you now have an electric lift pump to prime the unit. And this is the biggest fuel filter we've ever had. And notice in the bottom there is a water separator bowl that's transparent as well. This is a dual element round canister type air filter. You notice that there's no battery here anymore. The battery has been relocated to the front of the unit underneath the cab. Therefore, is protected from any of the residue elements that you will normally find in the engine compartment. However, we do have a remote jump start should you need that for any reason at all. The R series loaders, they're designed by the best engineers and put together by the best manufacturing team that we started shipping a couple of weeks ago. So check them out at your nearest Bobcat dealer.